Deep in a garden, nestled between leafy ferns and buzzing bees, lay a small pond. The water was clear and cool, perfect for a swim on a sunny day. This pond was home to three fish friends, Finny, Wally, and Bubbles. Finny was the clever one, always thinking of new ways to play. He loved to dart between the lily pads, making the water ripple. Wally, with his long, flowing fins, was the wisest of the three. He moved slowly, observing everything with his big, round eyes. Then there was Bubbles, the smallest and simplest of them all. Bubbles loved to follow his friends, his tail wagging excitedly. They were the best of friends, and their days were filled with laughter and games. They chased each other through the reeds, blew bubbles that sparkled in the sunlight, and told stories as they watched the moon rise. Life in the pond was peaceful and fun. The three friends knew every nook and cranny of their watery home. They were happy, and they thought their life would stay this way forever. One morning, the sun shone brightly, making the pond water sparkle. Finny, Wally, and Bubbles were playing their favorite game hide-and-seek amongst the water lilies. 1, 2, 3, counted Wally slowly, his big eyes closed. Finny, quick as a flash, zipped behind a rock. Bubbles, not as fast, tried to hide under Wally himself, giggling. Wally chuckled, "I can see you, Bubbles." Suddenly, Finny stopped. He saw something unusual on the surface of the pond. It was a long, thin shadow, moving slowly towards them. "Look," he whispered to his friends. "What is that?" Wally opened his eyes and looked carefully at the shadow. He had never seen anything like it before. It seemed strange and a little bit scary. Bubbles, peering from behind Wally, felt a shiver run down his spine. The playful mood was gone. The three friends huddled together, their eyes fixed on the mysterious shadow. The shadow grew bigger and bigger until it covered almost half the pond. Then, with a splash, the water parted and something strange emerged. It was a net, attached to a long pole held by a tall human. The human was a fisherman, and he was looking for a catch. He dipped his net into the water, searching for fish. Finny, quick and clever, was the first to understand the danger. "Fisherman!" he cried, darting away from the net. "We have to hide!" Wally, usually calm and collected, felt panic rising. He had heard stories from the older fish about fishermen and their nets. It was not a good thing to be caught in one. Bubbles, slow to react, just stared at the net in fear. He didn't know what to do. "Help!" he squeaked, as the net swooped down, missing him by a hair. "Swim!" shouted Wally, snapping out of his shock. He knew they had to act fast. "Bubbles, follow me!" Wally, using his wisdom, swam towards the muddy bottom of the pond. He knew that the fishermen would have a harder time seeing them in the murky water. He stirred up the mud with his fins, creating a cloud to hide in. Finny, true to his nature, had a different plan. He was the fastest swimmer in the pond. "I'm too quick to be caught," he thought, darting left and right, dodging the net with ease. He was confident that he could outsmart the fishermen. Bubbles, panicked, didn't know whom to follow. He swam in circles, confused and scared. "What should I do?" he cried, as the net came closer and closer. The net, with a loud splash, came down right on top of Bubbles. He had been too slow, too indecisive, and now he was trapped. Bubbles struggled in the net, his heart pounding. Wally, seeing his friend's plight, knew he had to do something. He swam up to the surface, jumped high in the air, and landed with a loud plop right on the edge of the fisherman's boat. The fisherman, startled by the sudden splash, turned around to see what had happened. In that moment of distraction, Bubbles managed to wriggle free from the net and fall back into the pond with a splash. Reunited and safe at the bottom of the pond, the three friends were shaken but grateful. Finny, realizing that his speed wouldn't always be enough, was relieved. He had learned that sometimes being clever wasn't enough. Bubbles, still trembling, realized that he had to be quicker and more careful. He was thankful for Wally's quick thinking, which had saved him. From that day on, the three fish friends made sure to stick together, using their different strengths to keep each other safe. They knew that facing danger together was better than facing it alone. And so, life in the pond returned to normal, but with a valuable lesson learned. When danger comes, Thinking quickly and working together is always the wisest choice.